Good morning, guys. How are we all doing? So Dan from Trading with Dan here. This is our Bitcoin morning update. So if you guys wouldn't mind smashing that like button, and we shall go straight over to those charts. So yeah, Bitcoin on the 4 hour after our bit of debacle yesterday. With our pump up on the 4 hour 9, stopped at our resistance, at this resistance level, managed to blast through this one. This one, and then got stopped in our tracks at that one. Then we did put in a reversal candle. Then as soon as we took out the low of that candle, it was pretty much downside. Took us straight through. The level that, realistically we wanted to hold, but in all fairness, with a manipulated pump to the upside, it wasn't necessarily going to be that likely that we were just going to hold an actual real price level, basically on the basis that we only got above it because of just some craziness. So, but what we did do is we came back down and actually back tested the level we did actually break out of. The main level we did break out. I know obviously we broke through that level and tested that one, but this was the resistance level we were trying to get above at this point, when we were down here after we had our little back test of the level that we told we were looking at. We have got supported by that, so that is good. If we kind of ignore all this price action, what we have done then is we basically tested it, pulled back, broken through, come back and back tested it, and now looking to try and get supported by it. So that gives us this level, this horizontal again on the trend line, as our next level to try and get through. There it is. There is our basically next level. So realistically, to be on the safe side, closes above 36,000 and we will be looking good. Looking good to, well, at least just play out this range and then see if we can break back to the upside. But obviously that gets us above this downward sloping trend line, which I would not at the moment just consider this has been properly broken. This is just a erroneous price action. So that is what we are realistically looking at. Bitcoin, obviously it's the weekend now. It's the weekend. You guys know that I always lean towards sideways in the weekend. So we are currently above this level, this 33k. Realistically, could we just see trading sideways between 33 and 36k over this weekend? We could very most likely do that. Also, if we do that, if we trade sideways, we are going to drift our way out of this descending triangle. So that is not actually too bad. So if you actually do consider that fact, we have got obviously the scenario of breaking above to break it. We've got the scenario of trading sideways to break it, and then the scenario of coming down to actually lose the level. So on that basis, we've got 2 out of 3 bullish options. Obviously 2 out of 3 is definitely simplifying it, and that's not assigning any statistics to any of those individual scenarios. But hey, as the song goes, 2 out of 3 ain't bad, is it? Let's have a look at Ethereum Bitcoin obviously very much struggled to keep up with yesterday's craziness, because obviously Elon didn't tweet Ethereum. He didn't change his bio or whatever to Ethereum. He changed his bio to Bitcoin. So obviously it was Bitcoin that got bought, so Ethereum struggled. But it was nice to see that Ethereum did manage to get back up to its level. It has back tested its previous support as now new resistance, but we've got to ask ourselves, are we setting a new downtrend now, or is this again erroneous price action based on Twitter market manipulation? If you want to believe that is so, then you wouldn't really look at this as an actual changing trend in this. But maybe that is my bias kicking in. We obviously do have a shorter time frame horizontal level here that we will draw in, so we could basically get supported here, come back up, and then get back bullish again. But so far as this looking like a reversal, with obviously a low and then a lower high, and then obviously gunning for a lower low, I would not believe that would be the case. Unless Bitcoin does really start get going again and Ethereum can't keep up. I mean, but it could do that. But obviously, you know, my bias is to sideways over the weekend, and then if we break above here, it will just be sideways here, I think, for a bit before we eventually break up. So that's plenty of time for altcoins, including Ethereum, to get going. Our other barometer of the altcoin market, clearly the Bitcoin. The market, the BTC dominance chart, that is it. Yeah, you can see we had pumped up, we came back down. It's pretty much the exact inverse of what we've got. We've got this horizontal, we broke above it, we back tested it, and we're bouncing off it. That's obviously the inverse of what we've got going on Ethereum. But yeah, like I said, potentially erroneous price action. Are we just going to work our way below here and come down? Well, I would say hopefully, because I am hopeful that happens, but also I would believe it probably is the more likely scenario. So yeah, DXY, dollar index. I mean, we basically got an expanded range here now, haven't we? We were pretty much respecting this level, and now we got above and back down. So realistically, maybe are we trading in this wider range with this high? Maybe if we move this down a little bit, this high, this low, and we've got roughly the midpoint. Yeah, that could be the new sideways range established. So I mean, roughly speaking, we're talking about basically from 90 to 91. So yeah, probably looking for a break out of that. I will, not that I don't ever really move lines much, but I'll move this down just because this just has more relevance to price action now, and I don't want to join like have two lines there. But yeah, it just marks in that high there. So that is potentially basically the level to take out to go for further upside. So yeah, just adjust that down. I don't actually adjust levels because I know that I do say in my group, like we've hit that to the T, and you might think, oh, did he adjust his level? But you could look back at any of my videos and the numbers are here where the lines are, and they've not changed. They don't change. So I don't actually edit any of my charts unless it is on a video, as you guys have known, because then obviously I have to fiddle through doing it sometimes. But yeah, anyway, yeah, so we've got this range in DXY, so potentially looking for a move for this. Let's just have a quick look at GameStop. Yeah, putting the squeeze on still. Yeah, obviously got as high as nearly 500, 496, and yeah, currently closing high. So they are still, they're not taking the boot off these hedge funds necks anyway. So, but I'm sure some of these hedge funds have wised up to this game now anyway. Some of them, and they're going to be playing their zero sum game between each other to a certain extent now as well. So yeah, new dynamics in the market. I think I will do a separate video on the whole new dynamics that Wall Street Bets has created, because I do think that it is going to be I mean, I think there are probably people sat hedge funds that understand this right now, but I think not a lot of people maybe don't understand like this new threat that there is, this new activist, basically massive decentralized activist hedge fund that is out there to basically go up against hedge funds, go up against the establishment financial institutions. So yeah, they've already made the leap from working out basically just trying to make money themselves, so then actually from just squeezing shorts for the sake of squeezing shorts to then actually squeezing shorts with what you could say is malicious intent. I'm not saying like that it's bad to have malicious intent against hedge funds, but yeah, they've obviously switched from just making money now to actually trying to cause damage to hedge funds and in financial institutions. So they've now made the leap from that to silver. And they probably understand that how there's they probably understand that silver's a bit undervalued, and that a lot of institutions are heavily short that, and we that has a bit of a Freudian slip there. They could actually do some real damage to the financial system if they do start putting the squeeze on silver. So yes, a little bit premature for my liking, because I wanted crypto to be about Bitcoin to be about 60k to start transferring over to well, basically silver miners, as you guys know that I've been talking about. So maybe they jump in that, but maybe whilst they try and rein them in, there's going to be a bit of sideways to down in their action, not in this chart, but just in their action, in what they're trying to do, and then maybe we'll get the resurgence when they actually basically start really like going for it again. So yeah, anyway, let's also have a look at S&P. S&P obviously not looking good. This is not looking good at all, but remember there is a correlation, but we have been talking about the fact that this correlation may break and stocks may come down because of basically increased taxes. So January is a down month now in the S&P and the Dow. So as goes January, as goes the year, is a saying on Wall Street. So yeah, you guys knew I already basically said that I was potentially expecting a down year in stocks, which is a bit of a big call because stocks generally go up, don't they, all the time. But yeah, I do believe that we could have that, and I'm putting that down to corporate taxes, and also there is a correlation between that and crypto, but that this could be the time that crypto does separate or break that correlation, just on the basis that corporate taxes aren't going to be applied to crypto. I mean, that is the rationale. It is pretty simple. Ethereum USD, this is looking well, it's looking good. Higher lows are top here, but I mean, again, if you squint, you can see an ascending wedge. But I don't. Yeah, I mean, I would definitely err towards the buy side. This is definitely looking more bullish than descending wedge. But yeah, we've literally got these highs here. Might as well draw them on now. They're looking so efficacious. Look at them. So we are realistically looking at a break of this, and then obviously we've got hey, here you go. Here's an example of me actually drawing the stuff on in the charts in real time, whilst I'm actually with you guys on the video. So yeah, we have got this. Yeah, we'll just leave that in there. No point in taking it off. But yeah, so we are looking very ascending triangly. So yeah, I mean, obviously potentially bullish. I mean, this is going to get going if this gets going. And it is going to get us about 2,000 ETH if it gets going. So yes, so yeah, we've got that to potentially look forward to, and that would be my ideal scenario, my Goldilocks scenario, as it were. So yeah, right, we'll have a look at the stochastics. Obviously they're going to be in a bit of a mess with this massive move. So yeah, 4 hour coming down pretty sharpish. So yeah, just diving down obviously with price action from the 38k highs. 10 hour obviously got dragged up and now turning back down. 12 hour still on the up. Daily on the up. 2 day diving down. 3 day looking like it wants to turn up, and then 5 day down, and then weekly down and bi-weekly down, and monthly, I guess. Well, not down yet. So we have got a bit of mixed messages going on here, but again, that is just because we've had this wild price action. So this, I mean, for me, it is this horizontal. It is this horizontal, as I have been saying. This 34 to about 30, is it 33 or 34? Yeah, 33 to 34k level. This is what it needs to hold to get us back going again. I mean, initially it was obviously when we were above here. So could we hold this? Could we hold as a back test of this this downward sloping trend line and this support? But we couldn't. But that was, like I said, it wasn't surprising to me, and I did talk about a full retrace of this move. We didn't get a full retrace. It kind of depends where you say the move started. If it started down here, we didn't get a full retrace. If we started here, we did get a full retrace. But yeah, so yeah, we got a majority retrace of this move. But yeah, so now if we just look at the simple fact that we managed to break above this resistance here, and if we can get supported by this, we can then progress upside and up to the upside, and then have a go at our downward sloping and this major horizontal resistance. I call this major horizontal resistance just more so because it is falling in line with this downward sloping trend line, so it just adds an extra bit of importance breaking it. Yeah, I mean, realistically, if all things being equal, if we weren't looking at this, actually this level is more important because we were testing the lower end, and once we get back above this level, you do kind of expect a move to the top of the range. So this was an important one, but this just has extra importance because of the descending triangle, the clear descending triangle formation we've got. So yeah, just to clarify that, so we have made our way through at present through an important level, and we've got to get supported and make progress here. So yeah, remember weekend price action. So yeah, just be careful out there, and thank you for listening. And yeah, I think I will speak to you guys definitely later on today. I'm gonna do like a video on just this whole Wall Street bet things, and yeah, so yeah, I'll speak to you guys then. Thank you for listening, and yeah, not financial advice.